Eurobox is glad to present the book Metamorphosis, written by Natasha Anderson. This essay covers a kaleidoscopic journey over 72 years, and the writing hides many meanings. It represents an attempt to highlight and analyze the peculiarities of our present with so many contradictions, trying to reconnect one's soul to a more profoundly religious sense and rediscover that peace, detaching oneself from the frenzy of contemporaneity. We are glad to welcome to this new episode of Conoscere TV Natasha Anderson, who's right now connected with us. Hi, Natasha, and thank you for accepting our invitation today.
It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So, we're obviously very curious to know more about your book. What it is about, please. How is it structured?
The book is really a pastiche, which is a genre that contains letters, songs, lyrics, poetry, prose, and quotations. And it is a story about my life from the womb till the present day. I'm 72 years now.
And how is it structured? I mean, how is it divided? And what was the spark that led you to the writing of this book?
I originally wrote the three main letters for my master's thesis. And somebody told me about 18 months ago that they were intelligently and beautifully written. And I got an email from Eurobooks and I sent it off. But since then, I have added more letters and other prose. And I've put it into something that is different to the normal biography. Normally, somebody writes a biography from A to Z, but I've used a whole lot of different genres in that biography to make it interesting.
So, who can we consider as the perfect reader for this book?
I think young people will identify with it because in this book, I describe my alienation as a young person. And a lot of young people today are feeling that alienation in our world. They're feeling that angst. They're feeling cut off. They're feeling lonely. So I believe this book will be useful for them because I went through that 50 years ago.
How can the book be practically helpful for the reader's life?
In the book, I have written about my metamorphosis, which was the result of turning to Christ. And I don't pontificate and I don't sermonize in the biography, but I use scriptures and I use other things to make the reader realize that the metamorphosis came about as a result of my turning to the Lord Jesus. That's it in a nutshell.
So, would you like to tell something to your readers now that you have the chance to?
Well, it's a very easy read. It will take you an hour and a half to read, and there are some beautiful there's some beautiful scriptures done in calligraphy just to highlight the script. And I would urge readers to listen to those songs, which the reference has been put in. The first song was I can't quite remember it now, Neil Diamond. And the second song was ABBA, and the last song was Cliff Richard. And they are so beautiful because they fit into this book. And so you must look up, you must actually listen to the songs because they are part of the book. And I think older people who are living in a postmodern world will also enjoy reading the book. And I think maybe pastors, ministers, padres will enjoy reading the book because it's a story about coming to faith. It's a story about a metamorphosis, and It's a story about triumph.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Thank you for accepting our invitation again, and best luck with your book out there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Beautiful, spontaneous, loving letters written in a flash punctuate the reading, accompanied by delicate watercolor paintings full of mysticism and hope. Metamorphosis by Natasha Anderson is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.